A few weeks ago, I was in stop-and-go traffic approaching some construction when another driver behind me began riding my bumper, clearly wanting me to put my foot on the gas. The problem was, even if I had wanted to, I couldn't just speed past the construction or the traffic that was in front of me. But the other driver, clearly annoyed, wasn't having any of it. Now, maybe they didn't notice the traffic ahead, or maybe they were just that much more important than the rest of us. But for whatever reason, they were not willing to wait and instead laid on their horn before proceeding to pull out onto the shoulder of the road, offering me a hand signal as they passed. And I couldn't help but notice that little Jesus fish on their bumper sticker. The truth is, sometimes Christians don't act like Jesus, do we? As a pastor, let you in on a little secret. Christians aren't perfect. And even though we have an incredible guidebook, the Bible, that teaches us how to live, Christians don't always get it right. But did you know that's one of the reasons Jesus came to this earth over 2,000 years ago? To model for humanity the right way to live. You see, when Jesus was on this earth, he did not do what everyone expected him to do. Jesus served others. Jesus taught about freedom for the oppressed. He invited the lowest of society to sit down and have dinner with him. And this shocked people, because the important religious people thought that Jesus would want to spend most of his time with them. But instead, Jesus continually walked over the invisible lines of society and stepped into the corners with the people that everyone else seemed to avoid. The tax collectors and the thieves, the loud and obnoxious children, the adulterers and the murderers, and the people that society had deemed unclean. You see, instead of passing them by, Jesus lifted them up, and he offered them a seat at the table. Jesus lived like this and loved like this because he was modeling for us the right way to live. Jesus was saying, "Follow me and go love the world like I do." Now, we all know it's easy to love those who are like us, those who think the same as us, those who talk the same, those who look the same. But what about the person who grates on you or rubs you the wrong way? What about the people who don't think like us? What about the people who don't check the same check boxes or fit the same molds that we do? You see, Jesus instructs his followers to love those people too. The people who are just like us and the people who are very different from us. Friends, Jesus loved everybody. Jesus pushed past every boundary and loved the unlovable. He made lists of people who were included, not excluded. And he invited them into relationship with him, and he changed their lives in the process. This is the Jesus of the Bible, and this is the Jesus who invites us to live like him today, to take his example and follow it so that the world may know that we follow him.